everybody. I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another Lotto case. Today Susanna is standing in front of an apartment that I built called Coruscant Apartment 2. Coruscant Apartment 2 was built on a 40 by 30 lot space, and more specifically, it was built on the 40 by 30 lot space in Magnolia Promenade. Magnolia Promenade comes with the Sims 4 Get to Work expansion pack. For this build, you need the Sims 4 base game, of course. You need the Sims 4 Journey to Batuu game pack and the Sims 4 Snowy Escape expansion pack, which in my humble opinion is a very fun pack to build with. It has some beautiful items in it. I wanted to do a Journey to Batuu and Snowy Escape build because I see a lot of Japanese inspiration in Star Wars. And I will be using this build in my Star Wars series. For the purposes of this video, I made this lot generic so that Susanna didn't have to purchase it in order to playtest it. But it's already on the gallery, categorized as a residential lot. So outside here is a sign that tells Sims whether to remove their shoes, whether shoes are allowed, or whether they can wear indoor slippers, and you as a player can interact with this sign. Right now I have it set to wear slippers indoors. And this little sign is in the wall decorations. It's 110 simoleons. And it comes with the Snowy Escape pack. The outside of this build is all Journey to Batuu and base game. The brick that I used for the outside of this build was patched in to the base game, I believe, last year. And it comes in many colors. And I recently discovered that it comes in this white color. When your sim walks in to this apartment, this is what you will see. Here is a large lobby. There is a seating area. And instead of stairs, to get up to the living space, you have ladders. Because this is a Star Wars build. I am a Star Wars fan, and I'm a Star Trek fan, and there are a lot of ladders, it seems, in futuristic builds. Now, if you look in this lobby, you will see a lot of doors that look very similar. So, I marked the restrooms by placing a wall decoration above them. So here is the first restroom. And over here is the second restroom. And I did the restroom Japanese style. I'm going to just put the walls down slightly. As you can see, there is only a toilet here. And there's only a toilet here, but it's decorated slightly differently. I used gray wall covering that came with Journey to Batuu, and I also used Snowy Escape for the small room. I needed extra space upstairs, so I added a box to the build, and it's not a room, but if you look at it this way, this is where I put some extra windows. But your sim is not supposed to use this at all. But maybe you'll see the extra windows if you look at it from a different angle. This is the conference room. In a previous video I told you guys that Coruscant is a political planet. For lack of a better term, it's the capital of the galaxy. So this is where the politicians live while they are working, and that's why I feel that these builds need a conference room for negotiations. So in this conference room, you have a table and chairs. I put some counters in here because I wanted tea and coffee in here. So there's a tea maker and a coffee maker. And there's plenty of room in here if you wanted to place a bar in here. I noticed that the drinks that came with Journey to Batuu are available if you make them part of a restaurant menu, if you have dine out. But otherwise, if you are not on Batuu, those drinks are not available to order from the bar. so I didn't see a point in putting a barn here myself, but I wanted you to have room. And this is supposed to be a grand room because it's used for negotiations. Now there are 2 ladders, which means there are 2 ways to get up to the living space. If your sim goes up this ladder, there we go, this is what you will see. Your sim will be in a living dining area. There's just a small couch or Star Wars crate there. Looks like a crate to me in a way. Here is your dining area. The dining area for your sim, that is. And up here on this platform, here is where the sabacc table is, and I did play test the platform. Your sim will walk up there to play sabacc. I needed to use the platform somewhere in the build. I originally used it at the front of the building as well, but I took it away. And by taking it away, I saved some simoleons as well. So next to the platform is the master bedroom. It's a simple room with a bed, a bookcase that I put in at the last moment, and a wardrobe. If you go through this door, which is not a Journey to Batuu door, you will find your sim, or your sim will find themselves in the second bedroom of this apartment. Here there is a desk and a bed and a nightlight. Let me just put the walls down slightly. So here is a desk that came from Journey to Batuu, and here is a base game chair. Just want to make sure that I'm not skipping anything, and I'm not, so we are back in the master bedroom and back to the living dining space. If you look behind the couch and close to the dining area, here is the bathing area. Let me put the walls slightly down. In this room you will find a shower that comes from Snowy Escape. It attaches to the wall. I love it. I wanted to build an apartment like this with the university shower, but I love this shower even more. And it kind of looks it can look futuristic. It comes in several different color swatches too. Here's a tub that came from Snowy Escape. And if you go through this door with your sim, here's a room with just a mirror and a sink. Next, through this door you will find yourself or your sim in the kitchen, and I want to point something out. If your sim goes up this ladder, which is the second ladder that I placed, actually it might have been the first ladder that I placed, your sim can enter the apartment through the kitchen area, and I love this kitchen. I put a counter here because I wanted this apartment to have a dishwasher. I wanted it to look futuristic, but I use the Japanese style counters, and they even have a appliance that came from Snowy Escape. I was going to use the fridge, one of the fridges that came with The Sims 4 University, because one of the color swatches looks modern to me or futuristic. I decided against it because I wanted this to be a Journey to Batuu and Snowy Escape build only. I was also thinking about putting the Snowy Escape fridge in here, but I didn't because it was very expensive. I think it's an 8,000 simoleon fridge, and most of the characters in Star Wars, I believe, are either vegetarian or vegan. And as you can see with this fridge, which is a little bit expensive, but not as expensive as the Snowy Escape fridge, if you look in the fridge, in this base game fridge, you see fruits and vegetables. I love this kitchen, and the wallpaper, a lot of the wallpaper in this build comes from Snowy Escape. And the flooring, this flooring, and the flooring in the rooms with the toilet, that flooring is from Snowy Escape as well. They're sand circles, and they're under miscellaneous flooring. I'm gonna go back downstairs. So downstairs, there's another door by this ladder, and this door leads outside. And there's a lot of green space here. There's also a fenced-in area with 2 gates so that you can get into the fenced-in area with your sim. And through the gates, you will find hot springs. This hot spring item came with the new pack, Snowy Escape, and I don't think that I will be using hot springs a lot for home builds. It's more of a community lot build item, but considering that this is Star Wars and this is a politician's home, I thought it fit. It's not exactly a swimming pool, but I did play test the item and it works very well, and I think that if you play with the hot springs item, you will enjoy it. There are two hot spring options, and they are both very big items, so you need a lot of space to place them, and I made sure that I had plenty of space. I could have made some of the rooms larger, but I chose not to because I wanted to put the hot springs in. And I think it looks very nice. Going back to the front of the build. And now I'm going to show you what the lot looks like in the daytime, in the nighttime, in the evening, in the morning. And I'm going to show you the roof. This is the lot, by the way, in the afternoon light. It gets dark late in The Sims 4 during the summer. It's already 8:22 p.m., but it's still light outside for a few minutes, and that's why I paused it here. You will probably notice too that I didn't use a lot of windows. I didn't want there to be windows on the top floor because politicians often need a lot of security, so I didn't want there to be windows. And I was going to put windows in, but then I thought that maybe it's not good for security, and that actually saved me a few simoleons when I was building this apartment. So again, here's a lot in the afternoon light. Here's the evening light. Here's the morning light. Let's do this again slower. Afternoon light. Evening light. Night light. Morning light. I'm going back to afternoon. And I'm going to show you the roof. So I accidentally went up to the roof before, so you probably saw some of the roof pieces. You don't really see them very well from here, but actually you see it better than I thought you would. But the second picture, I believe, always gives you a good look at the roof. So here's the second picture of the roof. It's a flat roof. I used a white stone covering, and I put some roof pieces on top. At the back of the lot, there is a mailbox so that it's out of the way, and there is a trash can from Journey to Batuu. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you enjoy this apartment, Coruscant Apartment 2, in your game. Thank you for watching. Be happy, be healthy, and stay safe.